In this lesson, I will show you how to create a parametric array using an example of the table and chairs around it. We will also have the opportunity in this family to edit the radius of this table and parametrize the option where we can change the type of the chairs inside the family that are around this table, and I will talk about some certain limitations. In this lesson I will base on the ready-made component, but it is also a certain method where we simply use existing components and put them together into second family. Let's start with a new template. Furniture. In the first step I will load into this family all the families that I will use in this project. Loading with closing, and I place in the middle. Now I'm inserting one of the chairs, load it, and place an instance in a certain distance. Maybe I will also load other types, and once everything is loaded under family furnitures, I can see all those types. Now I would like to parameterize the radius of this table. I select edit type of this object. Here we have a radius, but I need to create a new parameter out of it. I will call it diameter, and we also have height, which I also parameterize. Let's immediately increase this diameter to, for example, 2000. I will push back such chair a little bit, and now I will choose the array tool by selecting the circular array on the option bar. Using spacebar, I change the center of rotation. It will be in the middle of this table. Option to the last. I will enter sample value and enter value of 360 degrees. Now I select this array and create a parameter out of it, which will be the number of the chairs. I can also add a tooltip. So when someone hovers over this parameter, he will see this cloud explaining how does the parameter work. And in similar way, I will create a diameter parameter. Select annotate radial, but maybe I will switch to diameter if we already created a diameter for the table, so we can create formula out of it more easy. I select create parameter after dimension is ready and call it dk. Now let's play with some formulas while learning at the same time new things, and I would like to calculate the perimeter of this circle. To do this, I create a new parameter. I click new and call it a perimeter. It will be the length value, so let's put it under dimension category. And now I use the function, the circumference is 2πr. The pi function is called by typing pi and two round brackets. Then I multiply this by the diameter of the circumference, which is dk. So now my circumference is this blue circle and it's being calculated. And now let's divide maybe this perimeter by some values of the spacing of the chairs. For example, it could be 900 or 800, but let's stay with the value of 900. If you want to learn more about the mathematical formulas that we can use in Revit, you can find it under Autodesk Help. You can see that we can find here more complex formulas like logarithm, square, absolute values, and other mathematical functions. Now I would like to correlate the diameter of chairs with the diameter of the table. So you see that when I'm changing the diameter of the table, now I have a collision between chairs and tables. So let's do a formula that the spacing of the chairs is always 150 millimeters larger than the diameter of the table. You can increase this value to any kind if you want, anything that you think fits the situation. I can move these parameters under other subcategory. So as I mentioned, under the dimension, there's only the important ones that actually user later will modify. And that's it for this lesson.